and through the universe. You're at that. Before I black out, bomb. Flux motor. Club soda. All right. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to another day on the hardcore Ironman. Trying to do things, you know what I want to do already? Right out of the gates, before we do anything else, I kind of want to collect a little bit of bones, work a little bit on this, Actually, I lied. We actually need to cook some of this food before we even go and try to fight anything. I don't need to be trying to think any of this. All right, let's once again, it is a brand new day. We spent some time yesterday working on woodcutting and fire making. Really not much has changed within the last few hours of actual gameplay. We got woodcutting to 39. We got fire making to 39. So we're doing pretty good. I need to... The little bit of food that we did catch while we were fishing, I do need to... Oh, we can untag the imps. We don't need them tagged anymore. We're gonna cook everything that we have so far. So let's cook some of these shrimps. Hey, level 15 cooking. Let's go. Let's keep on going. Man, level 16. Let's go. Alright, so let's take what we cooked so far, put it back in the bank. I feel like that's going to be... All right, I'm over here reading the comments because one of the clanmates, Divine, says that he's going to try to attempt Jad. So I was kind of just giving him a little bit of, I guess, advice. Three, five. Let's see, all but one. But one. Nice shot, pie. Just debating if I'm ready to. All right, cooking level 17. I'm excited to do this. Hey, level 18. Certain things again. But that ain't the same. I already broken the game. Mm 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 mm. Would be, 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 would be. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Hey, level 19. Let's go. I get to be famous. Hopefully one day I'm in these stages. Level 20. Let's go. Man, cooking is probably one of the fastest skills to level up. I have to complete Family Crest at some point so I can get the cooking gauntlets and then use the Hosidius kitchen. I think the Hosidius kitchen with the cooking gloves combination is really good when it for not burning food. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to like read and like talk at the same time, which again I can't multitask. I end up sounding weird because I can't focus on what I'm saying and what I'm doing at the same time. It just doesn't work like that. I will say I am a little bit excited to complete more quests on this account because I feel like that will allow me to do more of the clue scrolls. Um, for the most part on my original account, I was able to do all of the beginner. I feel like I was able to do all of the easy. Like, hey, level 22 cooking. I feel like I was able to do like 90% of the medium and hard clues, it felt like, but there were a few, like a couple of steps, I think, on both the medium and the hard clue scroll that, I needed to complete certain quests in order to like do. Even even the elite clue scroll, I think I was only able to do like I don't think I was ever able to complete an elite clue scroll because there was always like one or two steps or something like that I was never able to do. And one elite clue scroll, I was able to complete like 5 steps on it, and I got so excited. I was like, this is it. This is it right here. I'm finally going to be able to get to complete an elite clue scroll. But then I think it wanted me to go to, let's see. It wanted me to go to this city down here. Necropolis as like the 6th step, and I didn't have access to it because you have to complete, I think, Beneath Cursed Sands to access that area. I believe it's Beneath Cursed Sands. But I didn't have it completed, so I wasn't able to do it. So, that pretty much sucked. I know you're focused on gaming, but if you ever need any stream assets like 3D logos, 2D banners, or emotes can really boost your channel's growth, feel free to DM me. I'd be happy to help you. I appreciate it. One medium, one Diet Coke. Alright. Yeah. There is I did tell myself though, you know, ever since I made this account, I've really just been trying to complete as many quests as I can, right? I've just been going around completing quests. I'm only total level 250, and we've already completed 12 quests. I already have 23 quest points. Hey, and 24 cooking. But besides just randomly completing whatever easy quests I could do and just going down the list, I really want to try to see if we can, at some point, start grinding for not Kingdom of Miscellanea. The quest is Throne of Miscellanea and Royal Trouble, because that will give us some nice passive supplies in the background. And what else did I want to do? I was thinking about it yesterday. I wanted to gain access to Kingdom of Miscellanea and something else. I can't remember what the other thing was. But at some point, I'm going to start grinding out for it. For now, I feel like it's better that we just continue to do what we can to continue to get these quests done. I'll leave this as the last inventory right here. So we're gonna cook this last inventory of fish, and then I'm going to start trying. I'm gonna start fighting the frogs in Lumbridge Swamp. I'm gonna start trying to see if we can collect some big bones. I'll probably try to get my attack, strength, and defense all to 20, and then we can probably start doing quests again from there. Once I get my attack, strength, and defense to 20, we can technically start wearing a full set of mithril, but I don't think I'm gonna have the money for it because I only have like 3 or 4K in the bank. Hey, level 26 cooking. Yeah, we only have like 3 or 4K in the bank, and I was working on my wood cutting and my fire making specifically to get fire making to 50, so we would be ready to do Wintertide. And after I get my fire making to 50, I would start banking all of the logs that I cut to then start working on fletching. But, we only got it to 39. We still have another 11 levels to go, and it's going to take a few hours to do. So I was like, I don't know if I want to do it on stream. Or maybe I can, because I feel like I'm not necessarily doing anything, and I do need to knock it out. I need to get it out the way. So you know what? Let's just go back to let's go back to Drainer Village. I never miss. Like you could see here. For Herblore, we already have 500 ashes, and that's going to be. It kind of sucks collecting. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like I'm really going to be thanking myself when it comes time to actually work uh on Herblore. I feel like I'm actually gonna be like, you know what? Thanks, past self, for collecting all of these ashes. But yeah, I keep talking about how I need to knock it out, and then later on in the day I end up doing something else or whatnot. So let's just get it out the way. Let's try. Let's also switch over to World 444, which is the forestry world. And you can see we have about 1,200 of the anima infused bark, and we already started collecting some oak leaves, some willow leaves. Um, so yeah, I mean we're already doing some great things. I feel like I never even thought of it. Hey, it's not a contest. I want all my brothers to win. All my brothers to win. For me, it's not a contest. Hey, hey. When the vibes is right, trying to dodge the plate. Rapper by day, but I'm a dad by night. At the time finite. Oh, doing it right. Family over, everything's a beautiful sight. On the Bronco on a Tuesday night. Live their lives by the rules they write. Oh, doing it evening. Tuesday be like. On the sequence. Feels the night. Down the evening. Tuesday be like. Down the sequence. Got never gear. Doing it right. Episode everything. Hey, now these hoes, all my chains they glow, killing all these shows. Yeah, suicide my dough, fucking all these hoes, all my chains they glow, killing all these shows. Yeah, hey, 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 yeah, suicide my does, fucking all these hoes, all my chains they glow, killing all these shows. Yeah, that looks wrong as hell. Alright, alright, alright. Pulling up and what the fuck is that? And it's a domino effect after that. You get one rare that helps to get this other rare. There's a domino effect that you get one rare that helps to get this other rare and so forth. Hey. Mm. I want to smoke. Mm. 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 A minute. A minute. Feeling act like this shit ain't no limit. You not even trying. Mm. 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 I finished my rap. Mm. Hey, that event was enough, just enough to get me to level 40 woodcutting. You know what's funny is that anytime I was working on woodcutting and fire making to get fire making to 50 to do Wintertod, anytime I had made a new account, I always started off free to play before I became a member. This was the first account, especially a hardcore Ironman account, that right out the gate I decided to make it a member so that I could do all of the quests and all that stuff and try to get past the early levels, right? Um, but every single time that I started a new account and was working on these two skills, my fire making was always like always considerably higher than the woodcutting, right? Like by the time fire making hit 40, I think woodcutting was like 35 or something like that, whatever the case is. Um, this time around, this is the only time that like my woodcutting has hit 40 before my fire making. And I feel like it's because of, like all of these people here, and the forestry events give you a lot of woodcutting experience. So just by completing them, I feel like it's really boosting my woodcutting levels. It's just weird because again, I've never my I feel like it's like fishing and cooking, right? Like usually if you're not doing quests, if you're just working on the skills themselves, usually your cooking is always going to be higher than your fishing. Just that's just how it is. So I just find it a little bit weird. You know, I always laugh at this specific Logic song because Logic got not only Redman, but he also got Seth MacFarlane, the creator of Family Guy and American Dad and all that stuff like that. He also voices characters like Brian in that show. He got him to, I guess, sing on this track too. So to me, it's just funny because listening to this song on Spotify, um, again, I'm trying to multitask, but listening to this song on Spotify, the little picture for it, it has Brian from Family Guy, like a little thing. So I always find it, funny every time I listen to this song. I'm like, man, like Logic's a cool rapper, man. He got a lot of old school people, a lot of new school people to really, jump on his tracks, and he's a cool artist. You ain't know, you ain't know, now you know, now you know, you ain't know, you ain't know. I'm uncomfortable. It's the opposite of the Huxtables from a babysitter. The man in the mirror. A, 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 A. F you. You ain't know. You ain't know. You ain't know. Now you know. You ain't know. You ain't know. Now you know. Today is the only day. And now is the only time we have, we have, we have, we have, we have, we have. And you ain't know, now you know. 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 Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Shimmy, shimmy, money like shimmy, shimmy, EBT, shimmy, shimmy. It's every day. The bottle's on the way. Sip something to stay up. Money like y'all, get money like ODP. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, eating good, no EBT. Bottle play, bottles on the way. Sip something, stay up. Get y'all to pay attention. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, basic money like ODP. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, finally eating good, no EBT. Do this every day. You know, money like get money like ODP. Jimmy shimmy. On the plate, on the way, sip something to stay up. All right, let's see. Let's look at this online real quick because I was talking about how I was gonna do fletching, right? To start making a little bit of money. So it's been some time, and I know they have like wiki guides online and things like that. So let me see what they say online on how we could probably make some early money making. Generally speaking, it is worthwhile to progress your account in other ways before focusing on money making. Few early game objectives require large amounts of coins, and most efficient money makers have not yet been unlocked. However, a small cash stack is still important for early necessities such as an elemental staff, runes, and charter ship fees. Below are a list of common ways to build a small cash stack while you begin to progress your account. So let's take a look. The earliest starting cash available to all account types is the Stronghold of Security, which we already completed since we got the colorful boots. Next one, thieving can be trained immediately by pickpocketing men and women in Lumbridge. This is the quickest way to accrue small amounts of gold, and leveling thieving unlocks many more efficient money makers later on. So I guess, you know, that is an option as well. We could start thieving if I really want to get some of that that money. But to be honest, I feel like I've never done thieving specifically to try and make money. So I'm just like, how is that gonna work necessarily? I don't really know. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. Take a look at that later. Something on my my tablet. Anyways, the Winter Todd is an early game boss which generates skilling supplies and cash without requiring food or potions. Player must first train firemaking to level 50. So, I mean, that's also an option too. If we really are strapped for cash like that, we could just continue to do what we're doing now, get to 50 firemaking, and then if I still want to go that normal Ironman route of getting firemaking from level 50 all the way to 99, it won't necessarily hurt us. You know, we will get a lot of supplies and some money for doing it. So that is an option as well. I kind of don't want to do that on this hardcore. I don't immediately want to get my firemaking to 99 because with mini games like Wintertodt and Temperos and things like that, you get better supplies depending on your level in other skills. Like Wintertodt, you can get a lot of seeds for farming and stuff like that. Hey, firemaking just hit 40. You can get seeds and stuff like that for farming, but you get seeds based off of your farming level. If I have a low farming level, I'm only going to get low tier seeds. Versus if I was a higher level, then I can get a variety of more seeds, right? So it is a little bit better to work on your other skills, I feel like, first. And since I don't necessarily have to do Wintertodt right out of the gate, I do want to focus on leveling up my other skills before I just focus on trying to get that to 99. So I don't want to immediately just gun for 99 firemaking, you know? I definitely want to try to level up some of these other skills to make it a little bit more efficient for getting past, I would say, maybe like the mid game for some of these skills. Instead of getting all of these supplies that'll probably take me from like level 5 to like level 30, I could get some supplies that'll, you know, last me from like level 60 to like damn near 99 or something like that, you know? So let's see what else is on here. After Gertrude's cat, you can purchase a kitten to grow and sell to civilians in West Ardoyan for 100 death runes. This becomes 200 death runes after completion of the easy Ardoyan diary. It allows you to collect 21,000 every few hours if sold to Aubrey in Varrock. Well, I mean, that's not necessarily money, but we are getting death runes, and death runes are always a great thing to grab. Um, mm, let's see, Eclipse. Let's see, Ruby Rings. Players unlock the agility pyramid at 30 agility, which rewards 10,000 for each successful lap after turning in the pyramid tops. However, due to its low success rate at low levels, it is recommended to wait until 50 agility to start this method. That's also a thing too. I mean, we can also start working on agility so that we could do the agility pyramid. The agility pyramid is honestly how I made most of my money on my original hardcore until I unlocked things like high alchemy and the hollowed sepulcher. High level slayer like gargoyles also made me a lot of money, but yeah, for the most part I did the agility pyramid. So that's also an option. With 50 agility and thieving, players can sell items to Martin Thwaite in the Rogue's Den for their high alchemy price. This can be helpful for selling unwanted bulk items that may be tedious or unprofitable to Alk. If selling more items at once, the Void Knight General Store or Jennifer's General Supplies offer the best price given the low change value. I mean, honestly, if I'm looking at it, the best way that I can think of to probably start making some money, at least decent money, might honestly, because like I said, I want to wait till later to do Winter Talk. The agility pyramid might honestly be my best bet. Um, and if that is the case, I feel like, come on, damn. Maven, Wilderness. I don't really care about any of these to be honest, but I would rather. Alright, so yeah, I think cause like I said before, I really started doing all of this so that we could start making some money. But like I said, I feel like we should start working on agility. Alright, so if I do start working on agility, we're gonna do it right here in this world right here. I'm gonna switch back to 346 because that's the home world of the clan that I'm in, the Iron Clan. We're gonna stay here up until 30 because I'm not gonna go to Al-Kharid like that. All right, agility. Let's go. Let's get to 30. Agility grind. I honestly didn't think that I'd be starting agility this early. But like I said, I feel like the agility pyramid is a really good moneymaker early on. Hey, and we just hit level 2, so that's pretty good. So I might be. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, new collection log item, Mark of Grace. Our 4th collection log item. Hey. Alright, for agility, leveling up pretty fast. And working on agility honestly is never a bad thing because like I said, we're just going to end up getting our run energy a lot faster. Now that we're collecting marks of grace, means that we could also start saving up for our graceful outfit. So honestly would rather do this than fletching, to be honest. Alright, and then we're gonna switch over. I'm gonna switch over to my EDM playlist. Mm-hmm. And I so casual call. Do your heart. In the center. Horizontal will be just friends. Just friends. So casual. I'm playing cool. I'm flying. You drive me wild and to your home. Completely lost. Hey, hey, level 7. Okay, we just fine. Alright, the stats are slowly but surely starting to look a lot better than they did even like a couple of days ago. The less ones we see, I feel like the better. Even though the majority of all of the stats are still pretty low. We're fucking leader DC last night, lost his silver. It was even like the hamster red. What is that? How deep is your? Oh, that sucks. I feel like I don't mind. I feel like I don't mind dying, but dying to a DC. But dying to it. I feel like I don't mind dying, but dying to a DC. If I died doing something, if I died, That sucks. Man, I really feel like I don't necessarily mind dying on the hardcore, but dying to a freaking disconnect, that would piss me off so bad, bro. Love. On my other eight. Was doing Slayer. Went to the kitchen. Was doing Slayer. Went to the kitchen to grab something. Forgot I was doing Slayer and ran back to my room to see I was in Lummy defense cape. On my other issue, I was doing Slayer, went to the kitchen to grab something, forgot I was doing Slayer, went back to my room to see I was in Lummy. I was born to. So, I didn't even realize it while I'm doing agility, and we also just hit level 14. But we also passed 250 total level. We also passed 100,000 total XP. We're sitting at 120 right now. Didn't even realize when we finally hit the 100,000. Sailing scares me, because what if I sail somewhere not Sailing scares me because what if I sail? That's what I was thinking. Jesus. Hey, agility level 16. Let's go. Strange question. F. All right, level 18. Tomorrow, could you walk in my All right, level 19 agility. Third plus on the main where you out DPS healers. And rest on one defense period where you can. There's a way not to turn around. Oh my darling, darling, I'm sorry, I'm not shy around you. Be my baby. Mm, 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 I'm not shy around you. You. You know that there's a chance to show you. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh my darling, I'm falling. I'm sorry, but I'm not you anywhere. Be my baby. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm falling. I'm sorry, but I'm not shining around you. Be my baby. Yeah. Excuse me. Happiness for you. Never. You'd always make it through. wish you. I wish you well. I wish you. Excuse me. Tired, man. Hey, level 21 agility. Leveling up pretty fast, I'd say. Moment for yourself. It goes cause it rise down low. We've been in our house. Get the feeling that I wanna explode. Baby, you got my attention. Tension, fever high. On another mention. Rules do not apply. I can't stop this feeling, baby, only when we crash it, let's a passion for you. I can't stop this feeling, baby, only when we crash it, let's a passion for you. Where I wanna be. It's all doing nothing now. You ain't think that I will leave. It's cause I'm too. I'm drowning in emotion. He asks for more. You gonna make me come alive. When we crash it, let's a passion. Oh, you got my heart on. I can feel it on to the ceiling. I begin to. When we crash it, let's a passion. Oh, you. Overdrive. Hey, agility level 22. Let's go. Mm, 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 mm. Can I switch these? Ah. Let me see if I could do this while I'm doing this. I want to remove plugins from OBS. Try to multitask. I've got some plugins on OBS I need to get rid of, and this thing's taking me to a short. Let's see. See if this helps. Let's try it. All right, show me. All right, so he wants us to go to OBS to help, log files, view current log. Right. Loaded modules. Scroll down a little bit. Boy, there is so much stuff in here. How do you find anything? Where the hell do you see loaded modules? Loaded modules. Okay. Hey, we also hit 23 agility. That's pretty nice. All right. Let's see. Loaded modules. Scroll down a little bit. Auto concept. Video. Aha, loaded modules. The HCIM multi-stream is what we still want to keep, right? I don't know what these other ones are, to be honest. VLC video, text, OBS, deck link. Is it the deck link? It might be deck link. I think. I don't know. Watch me do something and mess everything up. Oh, well, I have to shut down OBS to do that. I didn't really pay attention to that part. So it's not something that I'm gonna be able to do right now. I'll do it later. But I really wanted to I wanted to move some stuff around. Like this let's see, stream info. Maybe this. Because if I move this to this side, and I move this a little bit over here, I feel like this is better because I switched up my desk because of this window in my room has all the light coming this way. I felt like it was better to have the computer and stuff facing this way so that, that's why my camera in the corner here looks a lot better than what it did the last few days. But my secondary monitor used to be on my left. Now it's on my right. So it was kind of weird looking at comments and stuff like that. So I just kind of like switched around like where everything was. Makes it a little bit better. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it makes it 10 times better how I just switched everything at least. I mean, now that I'm kind of thinking about it too, to be honest, I do feel like it's better for us to work on agility to try to access the agility pyramid, and we also hit what level is that? Was paying attention. We just hit level 24 agility. But yeah, I feel like it's better for us to work on agility than it is to do than to try to work on fletching and sell those bows because I feel like we're honestly going to get so much more money out of doing the agility pyramid. So it is kind of better to just knock this out of the way so that we have an actual money making method up until we get to some of that late game, or not even late game, but I should say later game content. Like Hollowed Sepulcher, high level Slayer, like the gargoyles and stuff like that to get some really good money. We're basically just going to be running those agility laps for like quite some time. It is going to take us some time to even get to that point, but at least it'll be a lot better, you know? Because if I'm going to try to unlock Kingdom of Miscellanea, you have to keep it stocked. From what I've seen online, I don't necessarily know the reason behind it. I would have to do some more research myself to really figure out why people do it. But you have to keep your miscellanea above 750,000 gold. You could put however much you want into the kingdom, but from what I saw online, you have to keep it above 750,000. Which for me, I like to just at least keep it above 1 mil. Once it drops below 1 mil is when I usually try to throw some more money in there. But basically keeping it at 100% and keeping it above 750,000 is the best to give you the most supplies every single day from Kingdom of Miscellanea. So as long as you're keeping it fully topped out, then you're getting the max amount of benefits. Hold on, my sister just asked me for something. I didn't. I said Omega, not Omega. Oh my! Why does it keep changing everything? God. All right. Oh, D needs a hobby. Top 10 yet? Man, not yet. Not yet. It honestly kind of sucks, bro, because I had to start over and stuff like that. So stats are looking pretty meager, I would say right now. We're only 278 total level, only 125,000 experience. I'm working on agility right now so that we could eventually do the agility pyramid and start making some money. So, what happened? I went to go. I was actually dealing with some stuff in, real life that was stopping me from playing for maybe about I would say 2-3 weeks or something. Then I got everything sorted. Right? As you can see, well, I mean, you guys never really saw my room and stuff before, but my room is different because we actually moved into a new place. We got settled in and all that stuff as well. So I went to go start streaming again. I went to go renew my member on my hardcore Ironman, and for some reason, the final transaction page, it kept timing out. It kept, I had to keep waiting. The page would time out, and then it would refresh back to that final checkout page, right? So I would hit, confirm payment yet again, and it went on like that for maybe about 6-7 times before I finally got that confirmation page. Oh, here's your receipt. You bought your membership, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I went to go check my email before I realized that I was charged 6-7 times, right? So I reached out to Jagex. I let them know, hey, I tried to buy 1 month of membership. I got charged several times. And after going back and forth with them for maybe about another 2-3 weeks, they finally refunded me that money, but they had let me know that, because they have a very small team behind the scenes, it takes them a long time to reach back out to people, customer complaints and stuff like that. But they also had locked my account. They had locked my original hardcore Ironman because they gave me all of those months of membership, and apparently for whatever reason they can't take away the membership that was already given out, but they can refund you the money. And when that happens, when they refund you the money, even though your account has membership, it locks the account for an overdue balance. So if I want access to that hardcore right now, I have to zero out the balance that's on the account. Originally, it was over $100 something because it was 6 months of membership that account had. But I went and looked at it yesterday. That $100 turned into, I think, 60 right now. So it is going down. I feel like I do have to just wait in order to gain access to that account again. But it's been an ongoing issue that I've been dealing with for what feels like damn near 2 months now. So I just said, fuck it. I want to stream. I want to play the game. I was like, I might as well just make a whole new hardcore. But you know, even though I had to start over from the beginning, I told myself in a way it's not so bad because I did want to redo my YouTube series. You know, I feel like the first like 10, 15, 20 videos that I did on that hardcore, I feel on YouTube, I feel like the videos weren't as good as they could have been, you know? Like when you go back and you watch that very first video, I feel like I have the video game music playing in the background and it's almost just as loud as my microphone audio. Um there was that, and there were also times during the YouTube series where I would just go off on a tangent. You know, I would just sit there. I wouldn't move and play the game. I would just be standing still like this in a bank somewhere, and I would just be like, yeah, the goals for the account, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and I'd be talking about it for like the next 15 minutes up until I was like, all right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, see you guys in the next one. So part of me was like making this new hardcore, right? Having everything recorded, streaming it and stuff like that, I would be able to edit them much better than what I had. So maybe like the last 5 hardcore Ironman videos I had on YouTube, I think were maybe like the best videos that I did. So I felt like starting over, I could make all of my videos for this hardcore just as good as maybe those last 5 videos that I did on YouTube, if that makes sense, you know? So part of me was like, it's not too bad that I'm starting over, but it also sucks. There are certain things that I'm not looking forward to doing over again, like working on Slayer. I'm not looking forward to working on Slayer again. Things like Family Crest, where I have to go into the wilderness for a little bit, or even getting my magic cape from the mage training arena. I'm not looking forward to doing like stuff like that again, but I honestly feel like I don't know. I have mixed emotions about it. On one hand, I really am happy, kind of, sort of, that I'm starting over, because I do have a chance to do things better, I feel like. But at the same time, you know, that was basically 2 years of progress on the other hardcore Ironman that just went down the drain, that just went up in the air because of all of this stuff. And it's not like that account is gone, you know. It's not like I died or whatever the case is. I honestly could, if I really wanted to, I could wait until I have access to that old account, and then I could continue. I could, you know, just pick up where I left off on that one, continue to have that one be the main hardcore Ironman. But, you know, just because I was like, oh, I'm gonna restart the YouTube series, that's the only reason why I'm thinking to myself that I would stay on this one. I told myself that once I gain access to the original Pycaon Hardcore Ironman, I may de-iron that account to make that one my main account. I would finally be able to do like all the other like boss content. I'd be able to remember how I was saying before on that hardcore that I wanted to make another account as a practice account to practice harder content like Zulrah, maybe even raids like TOA or Theater of Blood. You know, I wanted to have that account to practice on. I was telling myself that when I get access back to that main account, I would de-iron it so that I could use that account as my practice account. So that when I get there on the hardcore, I would already know how to do it, you know? Like, I'd be able to practice Zulrah. I'd finally be able to fight Zulrah on that original Pycaon account, and get the practice in so that when I do it here on this hardcore, I wouldn't go into it blind, you know? Silver linings, I guess. Yeah, definitely have to look at the bright side. But, I mean, again, it's not something that I necessarily have to do. I could, like I said, pick up from where I left off on that old hardcore, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I feel like it's really just going to come down to how far along I progress on this account and when I gain access to that original hardcore. I feel like those are the only factors that's going to, whatchamacallit. Excited for tomorrow? What's tomorrow? What's coming out tomorrow? I'm confused. Gridmaster. You know, I read, or not even read, you know when you sign into the Jagex launcher, how it gives you like a bunch of like recent update things that you can click on? I seen it there. I saw Gridmaster, but I didn't I wanted to click on it and read up what it is, but I haven't done that yet. So I have no idea what Gridmaster is. The big event. Yeah, you're so out of the loop. Yeah. I definitely am. I'm actually waiting for whatchamacallit to come back. What is it? Leagues. There's some skins and stuff that I want in leagues. I'm waiting for that to come back. But nah, I haven't read up on Gridmaster, so I have no idea what it is. I don't know what kind of rewards you get. I'm gonna have to do that. I'll probably do that after this stream, maybe. Gridmaster is a mini league, basically. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check it out then. I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. I'll probably do that after this stream. Go and read up on it, because I am a huge fan of rewards. If there are rewards that I could get for this main character to kind of show off a little bit and stuff, I'll do it. I'm always down. But I definitely have to see. I have to look it up. Pull up the wiki, give me the recent content. Yeah, cause like look, if I pull up the launcher, where was it? Right here. Get ready for Gridmaster. Gridmaster. Get yourself ready for the launch of Old School RuneScape's very first community event, when Gridmaster launches on October 15th. This news post gives you everything you need to know, from launch times, FAQs, most importantly, showcasing the grid. Speaking of our launch, let's give you the timings for Gridmaster's launch. UTC Universal, 8:45 a.m. Worlds Down, 9:30 a.m. Gridmaster Live, 11 a.m. UK BST, it's 12 p.m. US East, it's 7 a.m. US West, it launches 4 a.m. And Australia, it launches 10 p.m. So I'm on the West, so it launches 4 a.m. So it already went live for me. To confirm other details, blah blah blah. Starting, you have a ×5 base multiplier. Drop rate is ×8. Minigame points is ×8. Farming tick rate ×5. Farming Slayer points, I mean, is also ×5. And yes, you do indeed start with the Drawman staff. All right, so it's definitely looking like leagues. But I need you to tell me what it is. It also has a board that also has a bunch of different relic design. Yeah, it definitely looks like leagues. That's crazy. Log view. Let's get that out of here. It's no go. Sorry, typo. All good. All right, let's see. In the spirit of a very first community event, we're also here with first of its kind competition. The first 3 players to fully complete the grid will have a chance to work with us to create brand new relic for the upcoming Leagues 6. Oh, so Leagues is definitely still coming out. Login, screen, chapel, cosmetic. Finally, as this event is celebration community, we want something that is instantly recognizable to all. Decorate your chapel just like the iconic login screen, as the cosmetic overrides will transform your incense burner and chapel icon into the archway and braziers every player sees before logging into the game. That's pretty cool. The burner cosmetics can only be used on the marble incense burner, so make sure you get that construction to level 69. Nice. And it actually says nice in the thing too. That's funny. It didn't really tell me what it is. It just told me that it's their community event, but I did like the fact that they said that like the first three players to fully complete the grid will have a chance to work with us to create brand new relics for the upcoming Leagues 6. So we do know that Leagues is coming back out, and that's probably the most exciting news I have. But that's all that news article. It's Bingo Leagues wiki. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. We definitely have to look up the actual wiki. I feel like I'm going to have to the grid OSRS Gridmaster. Gridmaster will be a bingo-based community event. Players will compete to complete tasks presented to them in a 7x7 grid. Completing tasks will grant rewards for use on the Gridmaster community event worlds and will accumulate grid points for use in purchasing rewards on the main game worlds. Gridmaster will be accessible both by members and free-to-play players who will be able to complete the 7 tasks in column 4. The bingo grid system is intended to be pulled for implementation within the main game worlds as well. Players would be able to design their own task lists and share them with others. So let's skip everything else and go straight to the rewards, because that's what everybody cares about, right? We don't care about anything else. So I come to rewards and all it does is give me pictures. So the rewards are right here. All it tells me is concept art for the grid tabard, concept art for the grid swords and emblem, and concept art for the login. It doesn't give me, oh, because I'm looking at the gallery. I'm stupid. I'm just stupid. It's just me. Something's just wrong with my brain. Completion of the tasks will accumulate grid points, which players can use to purchase cosmetics. Rewards on the main servers. Gridmaster rewards were successfully pulled. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. Players can also redeem grid points from the reward shop. Similar to how League report, blah, 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 yada yada yada, blah blah blah. So they don't. It doesn't look like they have an actual reward thing out. It just tells you that you can turn your incense and the chapel into that of what we see on the login screen, and it just says that you will be able to redeem some of these points for rewards, similar to how we do in Leagues. So it doesn't give me an actual breakdown of like the rewards and stuff yet. I'm back. Oh snap! Were you guys in an ad? I was just saying I went to the wiki and it doesn't. I saw how it is a bingo event, all that stuff, but it doesn't give me exactly like what the rewards are going to be. At least not yet. It just tells me that you are able to transform your incense burner and your chapel into what we see on that of the login screen. And it does say that you're able to redeem your points similar to how we do in Leagues with this whole grid thing. But yeah, it is a bingo event. Bunch of rewards that we can get. And I do like the fact that it says that we can redeem, or the first 3 people to complete the bingo can help them create relics for the upcoming Leagues 6. So we in fact know that Leagues is 100% coming back, which is what I'm excited for. There's so many cosmetics that I want in Leagues, and that's also another reason why I'm kind of glad that I started this new hardcore, because all of the points and stuff that I get, all of the cosmetics will go towards this account, this hardcore. I wanted Leagues to come back for the longest. Set your alarm, go for top 3. Yeah, right? Could you imagine? I feel like I would come up with some cheating relics. If I'm one of those first 3 people that finished the grid board and they allow me to help them make some relics, I'm gonna make some cheating relics, bro. It's gonna be something like every agility lap you complete counts as like 10 laps, counts as 50 laps. I don't know. Something like that. I'm pretty sure there's like way better relics I could create than that, but off the top of my head, after saying that out loud, I was like, you know what, that relic isn't even that good, bro. There's way better relics we could get. Did you see each bingo tile gives you a relic? The bingo that bingo tile, I didn't even look at it like specifically, like what each tile is, but just looking at the board altogether, like looking at this, I was like, this is crazy. I was like, they're gonna give you so much stuff to work with, and it gives you a bunch of rewards, the requirements that you need to basically do that, and like what the task itself actually is. Also sorts it by difficulty. But I was like, this is going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to unlock. I was like, grid's gonna be nuts. And I feel like for those people, we just in the Ironman clan that I'm in, we just had a bingo event. And some of those guys that were doing the bingo event, they were going hard on that stuff, bro. The minute our clan started that our own clan bingo stuff, these guys were in there. They formed teams. They were already knocking stuff out. They were already grinding for hours. I was just like, bro, this is nuts. So the fact that Gridmaster's coming out right afterwards, I feel like some of these guys are still going to, some of that energy that they had is going to carry right over into that, bro. It's crazy. It's gonna be nuts. Yeah, each tile gives you a reward. You'll be very OP. Yeah, I don't doubt it. It looks crazy. I'm definitely going to have to check it out more. I'm more excited for leagues than anything else because again, there were so there were so many things specifically that I wanted in leagues, and on the original hardcore, I only got into leagues 5 I think the last 2 weeks that it was out. So I only knew about the rewards and stuff that you can get like the last couple of weeks. So I think I only ended up getting the high alchemy fire animation. So it looked like, she had fire on her hands and slammed it together, and that's really all I got. But when I looked at all of the other rewards that you can get for doing leagues, I was just like, oh man. Oh, you wait. Next leagues that comes out, I'm in there. The minute it drops, up until the minute it's gone, I was like, I'm gonna be in there. We're going to accumulate as many points as we can just to get so many different cosmetics. I really want the Abyssal Whip cosmetic that turns it into like a ghost tentacle chain looking thing. And I want the cannon cosmetic. Yeah, just buy them on the GE. Oh yeah, I wish. I wish. I wish. Could you imagine if they came out with something for Ironman to use the Grand Exchange, not trading items between players, but imagine if you could still use the Grand Exchange to buy what could be sold in like an actual store or something like that, like for its base price. Again, not trading between actual players, but like let's say I wanted death runes, and death runes at the one of the rune shops cost the 250, right? Like what if I could still buy it from the Grand Exchange, but it still cost the 250? I'm not buying it from an actual player, but I'm just buying it from, like the game itself. I felt like they should have did something like that for Iron Man. So instead of like certain things too, like if I wanted an Abyssal Whip, however much it costs, like I'd still be able to buy it, just not from another player that's selling it, but just I don't know. I felt like that would have been cool for Jagex to do, so that Iron Man could still use the Grand Exchange, but unfortunately, that's one of the only stupid things about playing as an Iron Man. We literally have to grind. And sometimes you could be grinding for days. Like I have to get another Basilisk Jaw on this account if I want another Natus Not Face Guard. And I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to grinding out another Basilisk Jaw. But who knows? The one thing that does make me excited, I'm not gonna lie, is the possibility, the chance that some of the grinds on this account might actually be a lot better. I might actually get spooned on some of these drops. Like it took me forever. I think I was like over. I'm not even gonna lie to you because I don't even remember what the KC was looking like when I got that Basilisk Jaw the first time, but who's to say, like, maybe I'll get a Basilisk Jaw within like the first 20 Basilisk Night kills, you know? Who knows? Maybe it's a possibility. It's also, you know, it's a double-edged sword because it is also possible that the grinds will be so much worse on this account as well. The blood shards that you can get from vampires to combine it with an amulet of fury to make an amulet of blood fury. I think the blood shards have a 1 in 1500 drop rate from the vampire sentinels. And on my original hardcore, I killed over 3200 vampires before I finally got a blood shard. So I was double over the damn drop rate to get that blood shard. And part of me is like, maybe I'll get lucky on this account and maybe I'll get a blood shard under the drop rate instead of going 3000 vampires. Maybe I'll get it within the first couple hundred. Maybe. I don't know. Only time will tell, and like I said, I have no idea what to expect on this hardcore. I never got the Phoenix pet from getting 99 fire making at Wintertod on the old account. Maybe I get the Phoenix pet on this one. Phoenix pet is my second favorite pet in this game, so if I do get the Phoenix pet, I really won't care about any other pet really for like a good long while. I'll just keep that pet on me like 24/7. So I don't know, that in that sense, I'm excited for this account. You know, I'm really excited to do things a little bit differently, and because of the knowledge that I have of this game now versus, you know, when I basically first started doing things on that old hardcore, I feel like I will. Pycaon, go through quests to the Maxia. Yeah. I am trying to knock out as many quests as possible. I needed money, so I decided to work on agility to do. Trying to knock out as many quests as possible. I needed money, so I decided to work on agility a bit. Eclipse red wines. Go pick up Eclipse red wines. You know, somebody or the money making method thing. Let's see. Ironman money making osrs. There was something that Eclipse red in Varlamore can be sold. Let's see. Let's do that and click Moonrise. Eclipse Red is an alcoholic drink sold at the Flaming Arrow in Civitas Illifortis. Oh, Darren. Picking up, let's see. Moonrise Wines. That's actually not a bad idea. I feel like in order to get to Varlamore, that's another quest that we got to complete. But I think it's Children of the Sun. But Children of the Sun is also listed as like a fairly easy quest, so I feel like we could also do that as well. Let's get 30 agility, and then I'll probably go and do that. I'll probably go pick some probably go pick up some red wines. Sailing is probably only like 6 weeks away, I think. Should change a lot. You know, and I'm actually, hold on, cuz I just realized what song is playing and I'm like, get out of here. But yeah, I'm excited for sailing as well, but the only thing that scares me with sailing is the fact that as a hardcore Ironman, I feel like, what if I sail somewhere I'm not supposed to sail and I end up dying? I don't know if it's necessarily possible, because I do remember from the beta them saying something along the lines of like, if your HP is reduced to 0 while you're sailing, you don't actually die, you just end up shipwrecked, and I think you end up on some whatever closest island, port, or whatever the case is, but you only have like 5 HP or something like that. It was something along those lines that I remember, but what scares me is the fact that I'm like, okay, what if you end up on a shore or something like that around hostile enemies and you're already low HP? Like what if I disconnect, for example, and because I disconnect, my HP is reduced to 0, I end up on an island that has hostile enemies that start attacking me, I'm only at 5 HP, I end up dying. So I feel like the sailing part itself may not kill you, but I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what if I end up in a situation that's going to end up killing me, that ends up killing me because of sailing? You know? I don't know. I definitely think it's going to take like a couple weeks or so before they probably end up coming out with like some sailing guides that tell you what to do, what not to do. But honestly, if I really want to, when sailing comes out, if I have access to my original account at that point and I de-iron it, I could just sail around on that account just to get a hang of it, see what's up, see what I can and can't do, sort of thing. Um, but yeah, one of the clanmates just told me that I could. That's all content. I mean, technically, yeah, that's hella content. Why not? Speaking of content, I could really once I gain access to the original hardcore, I could really milk that if I wanted to, because I'm going to de-iron it. I could play on that account and just be like, "What's up, guys? The first $100 donation, I'll go into the wilderness right now. I'll risk my status." And you know, I feel like someone's gonna end up being like, "Oh no, he won't. Watch this," and they're gonna donate. But little do they know, I was gonna de-iron it the whole time. Start scamming people. Yeah, right. I'm not gonna do that. I feel like everybody who watches my streams knows, more or less knows me anyways. they're gonna see me on the regular account and just be like, I thought you made a new one. I feel like no one's gonna fall for that, right? No one's gonna be like, oh yeah, he's not gonna sacrifice this account. Look how high leveled he is. Watch this. Let me donate. I have my first lecture in 10 minutes, so can't lurk for long, man. Started a law degree. Hell yeah. Nice, bro. Nice. Yeah, hey, if anything, as always, bro, I appreciate you being here, even if it was only for 10 minutes. I still appreciate, when you guys step into the stream, say what's up, say hi. But yeah, that's hella nice, bro. Hell yeah. I hope you stick with it. I hope it's not too difficult. I now have a degree to do and a YouTube channel to run alongside working. Love filling my plate. Hell yeah, bro. It's nice to stay busy, I feel like. Not only I feel like it's nice to stay busy because when we're idle too much, bro, I feel like that's when we start to like think too much. We start to get into our own head and a bunch of stuff starts happening. So staying busy, I feel like is really good. That's nice. That's super nice. Honestly, too, bro, I've been thinking recently because I still been looking for I still been looking for work. I still been filling out job applications and stuff. And recently, within these last couple of months, I keep seeing almost every day that I look for these different jobs and stuff, I'm always seeing that Vegas, where I stay, Las Vegas, is always looking for more police officers. So part of me is always just like, man, do I want to try like a police officer career? Do I want to try being a cop? All that stuff. Because I thought about it before. When I was in high school, I tried to join the military. I tried to join the U.S. Army with the intent. I was going to sign my contract. My contract was going to be for 8 years. I was going to come out of the Army, and I was either going to try to become a police officer or try to go down the route of doing like Secret Service. Right, so I'd be working, with the president in the White House, probably, all that kinds of stuff. I get to be one of those guys in the suits and the sunglasses with a little thing in their ear, always being like, "President has passed checkpoint A," something exciting. But I ended up getting disqualified when I went to go do my physical for the U.S. Army. I ended up getting disqualified because I had surgery on my left ear when I was like 4 years old. And when they looked into my ear, they saw the scar tissue, and just because of that, they were like, "Nah, we gotta disqualify you, bro." And since then, I just been doing all kinds of random things, YouTube channel, playing video games, all kinds of things. But yeah, recently seeing all of those police officer jobs, I'm just like, man, do I want to try? Do I want to become a police officer? I like to smoke weed and stuff like that. And if I become a police officer, I'm gonna have to stop. And I'm like, do I really want to stop smoking? Not really. So I don't know. I'm still just living life one day at a time, figuring out what I'm gonna do tomorrow. You feel me? But yeah, I'm glad to hear that you started a law degree. Hella nice. Pretty exciting, to be honest. Gotta run. Good luck with the new account. Appreciate it, bro. Good luck with the law degree. I mean the law degree. The lecture. Good luck with the lecture. Hope it's nice. Hope it's good. Hope you learn a lot. Appreciate you being here. It's probably good timing too, because we have an ad starting in about a minute. It says, so You get to dip out right before this ad starts. Mm-hmm. 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 And memories. Dancing all night long, yeah, found the flow. Dancing to the breakup, yeah, found the. Dancing to the breakup, get about the flow. Dancing. But the feeling is fine, can't you see? You were for me, oh, we were meant to be. Dancing out no more light. Yeah, the stars so bright. Alright, sleeping until the midnight. When I look in your eyes, I smile with pride. Mm-hmm. Joy and love, and nothing to worry. You are the best thing that has happened to me. Get out on the floor, dancing all night. Get out the floor, dancing to the break of. Get up out on the floor, dancing to the break of. Get up out on the floor, dancing is what to. Dancing is what I think of. Dancing is what clears my soul. Dancing is what makes me whole. Dancing is what to do. Dancing is what I think of you. Dancing is what clears my soul. Dancing is what makes me whole. Dancing is what I think of you. Dancing is what clears my soul. Dancing is what makes me whole. Dancing is what I think of you. Dancing is what clears my soul. Dancing is what makes me whole. Dancing is what makes me whole. Yeah, on the road, dancing all night long. Alright, so while we finish up these last couple of labs, Varlamore can only be accessed upon completion of Children of the Sun, which is what we need to complete. Children of the Sun, you need absolutely nothing to complete. So after we get our 30 agility, which we're about to get in a second here, after we get 30 agility, let's complete Children of the Sun so we have access to Varlamore. Access to Varlamore gives us access to a slew of different things. Varlamore is actually pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. I really do like Varlamore. It was a nice addition to Old School. I have nothing but good things to say about Varlamore. And with the recent updates, you know, there's also Kourend, right? For those who don't know, there is the great city of Kourend, right? That has things like Wintertodd and the Farming Guild and, you know, just a bunch of other stuff. South of the Great Kourend at some point was the Kingdom of Varlamore that had released, and it has a bunch of other content that you can access to. But within recent updates, they just connected the two, like, I don't know what you would call them, countries or areas or whatnot. So now, like, you can literally be in the Great Kourend and you can essentially walk over to Varlamore and vice versa now, which is crazy because they're connected. And of course, with things like that, introduces a slew of new content and all that other stuff. So It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And I believe, yeah, we're on the last 2 laps, apparently, to get our 30 agility. And level 30 agility. Nice. So now we could basically move on to the Varrock course if we want to continue to work on agility. I think it would be the Varrock rooftop agility course from levels 30 to 40. And then once we hit 40, we would have to complete Priest and Peril, so that we have access to Canifis and a whole nother area of the game, to basically continue working on that. But we are going to do that a bit later. Now we are basically going to complete Children of the Sun, so we have access to Varlamore, and then we can then go on and pick some of these red wines to start giving us an early cash stack. But I feel like I am most likely going to wrap things up a bit here. I did start today's stream a little bit late, so it's only, about like a couple hours. We've only been streaming for about 2 hours. But, I feel like I need to go and actually eat something. I need to take my dog out. There's a bunch of stuff I have to do. And I feel like taking a break, I would end up, being on break for what would probably feel like 30 minutes. So instead of taking a break, I feel like we should just end it here. So I'm going to switch over to the discussions page. And again, yeah, like you can see like my background now. I used to have my computer here, and it used to be facing this way. But the window of my room is over here, so like it would always have that glare. But you can see now with the way I have everything set up, your boy is bright, he looks good, he's HD. So but yeah, we are going to go ahead and leave things there. I don't think I'm going to raid anybody today because I really have to like use the bathroom. So I don't have the time, I feel like. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys do tune into the next one. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.